Hello, hello! Hocus Pocus here. Welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 31 of the series. And if you're with me last episode, you will remember that we added a second layer that you can just see up there to our cactus farm. And right here at the start of the episode, I think we are going to do a little bit more work here just to polish things up a bit. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So first things first, we're going to grab some polished andesite. We only have one of those left. 16 regular andesite here. We might have to go grab some more. I think, yeah, we're definitely gonna, or are we? Is that enough? Oh, no, I think that might be enough actually, you guys. So let's pop up the ladder here, and this is going to be going in as kind of like a trim on the farm here, just to separate the two layers. So we can start it there. Yeah, it might be better if we just actually hop down here a second and do this from down below. So just lay it in like that, so it kind of fits the theme of the build. You see the polished andesite rolls all the way around the build, so we're just going to put it in here as well, just to cap it off. There we go, we had just enough, which is nice. And then secondly, we do want to get this glass filled in here. So I'm currently cooking up a bunch of glass, as you can see. And we've got some light grey dye here that I've been collecting from outside. So let's just take a little bit of that here and then kind of just go to town on the facade of this farm. So we're just going to lay it top to bottom. Nice and simple, really. I'm just thinking, actually, we haven't got a ceiling design in here. It could be difficult to come back in at a later date and actually implement that. But I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. We're just going to throw down some blocks here and get things moving. I think that's probably for the best, and then we can come back at some other point to make rectifications if we need to. Plus, I still haven't decided whether or not we're going to add another layer to this thing. It's very possible that we could, so we don't want to go capping it off if we're not finished. So I'm just going to add the glass in for now, and then, as I said, at a later stage we can come up here and just fix anything that was wrong. So we're just going to lay it in like so. And obviously once the rest of the glass is cooked up, we will come back and lay some more. But I think what I'll do, guys, is I'll get this done for you off camera, and then we can join up again to check it out. Okay guys, and we are back. So welcome once more to the video. And as you can see, I did switch things up slightly. I've gone for glass panes rather than glass blocks here. The only issue that I do have with this design here in this build is this. I just hate the fact that these panes link up to the ones in the farm. Kind of looks messy to me, and it sort of attracts your attention when you look at the farm. So you can definitely tell where the texture changes due to the connections. But all in all, I'm fairly happy with how things turned out here. Still not entirely convinced by the green glass in there, but to change it would be a huge hassle at the moment, so unless it really bothers me, I'll just keep it the way it is. But now, as you can see, if we ever come up to the tree farm and we are heading this way to get some cactus, we come out and we're greeted by the sign or the site of this huge farm here, which is quite nice actually. I quite like the way it looks when you walk into its view. And as of now, we are producing a fairly decent amount of cactus. So far we've got almost 3 stacks, about 2 stacks and 3/4 there. So things are looking okay. Alright guys, so I want to address a comment that I got on the last video. Alright you guys, so here we are over at the villager breeding area. And I'm just going to grab some more sugarcane here while we talk. So the comment that I received that I just mentioned was from a YouTuber called Habbledab, and he says, "Mate, librarians have 3 book trades, not 2. Stop killing them after unlocking the second one." And I feel kind of stupid now because as you may remember, in episode 30 we actually did some research on librarian villagers, and when you look at their page on the Wikipedia, not the Wikipedia, the Minecraft wiki, it actually does say explicitly that they have 3 book trades. So yeah, I feel kind of stupid about that now. So I'm actually going to come over here and just double check that our 2 guys that we've got so far don't have anything more interesting to sell us, because you never know what they could be hiding in that 3rd book trade. So let's head down to the chamber where we're keeping our interesting villagers. right here, and they both should be in here. We should have Fortune 3 and then the guy with the mending book. So the guy with the mending book, he is going to sell me 5 glass for 1 emerald, and hopefully that unlocks new trades from him. Nope. Okay, so he's going to probably want something else then by the looks of things. Let's give him some paper and see if that changes his mind. No? Has he already got 3 books? So there's 1. There's 2. Okay, he still only has 2. So if the commenter is right, which I believe he is, we should be able to unlock a new one here. There we go. Okay, so hopefully the next trades that he unlocks are his enchanted book trades. So far we've got the mending. And now we've got 36 emeralds for Frostwalker 2. Okay, that's not as exciting as the mending book, obviously, but I guess it's another trade that we have access to now. So let's do the same with our Fortune 3 guy here. He's a bit more cooperative, luckily. Oh my god, here they go again. Whoa. Not in front of me, you guys, please. Okay, so his trade obviously was Fortune 3. Wait, so we may have already unlocked all of his trades, actually. We've got Lure 3, Lure 2, which... Oh my god. Okay, so he has a name tag, Fortune 3, Lure 2, and Lure 3. So, again, not very interesting, honestly, but not that I'm too fussed, because Fortune 3 and Mending are 2 great enchantments that, you know, we probably can't get enough of, really. So, I'm not too fussed that the rest of their enchantments were useless. Anyway, guys, that was all I really wanted to do over here at the breeding farm. So let's head off and get on with something else. Okay, so we're back over here at the tree farm. And as you may notice, my pickaxe is back up to a nice level of durability. That's because we spent some time at the skeleton farm purposely for that reason, just renewing our pickaxe because it was on its way out, and obviously we don't want to lose this thing. So it's good just to keep the durability well maintained. And the reason why I'm over at the tree farm is, well, 2 things really. The first thing I'll start with is the cactus farm. So every time I look at this thing, it sort of drives me further and further away from liking it. And that is not a good thing. And I think the main issue for me is the facade. It's just too flat. I like having depth in my builds, so that's often why I have the block. So let me give you a demonstration over here. See the depth in this build, it goes forwards, it goes backwards. That's often why I have 1 block sticking out and the rest set back a block. But this is just really nice. This is how I like my designs and my builds to look, with a lot of depth and good amount of texture. Then you walk over to the cactus farm, and this is just in complete opposition to that sort of mentality, and we have just no depth really. We have sort of like a half block of depth, not even. So I think we might have to make some changes here, and those changes might even include actually knocking out the first layer of cactus, first layer of cacti from the farm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this layer and the top. And offsetting the build a little bit, just pushing a few of the blocks back and just trying out something new in terms of design. But we're not going to do that today. I'll try and just sort of bring myself around to it, or maybe think of an easier way to actually edit this design without totally revamping it. But yeah, as I say, it's really not doing anything for me at the moment. So we might have to think about changing it. Anyway, in terms of what's next for the tree farm here, I want to sort of translate this wall design across to this side of the farm, and I also want to detail the grass area around here. So as you can see, when we transition into the lower section, we actually have a ton of stuff going on. So we've got podzol, gravel, coarse dirt, we've got leaves with lights underneath them, we've got a few bushes hanging around, the tall grass, the short grass, everything really. So I kind of want to just get this sort of texture translated to the grass here, and this wall design translated across over there. So I'm just going to get to work here, guys. That's basically as simple as it is. Hello, welcome back. So, the grueling task of transferring the design from the right-hand side of the room to the left has now been complete. So let's just take a little run down here so you can see what's going on. It obviously looks exactly the same as the opposing side. No changes, everything very similar. And that is fine and dandy by me. So, of course, the next step now is to work on the grass section here in the middle, on the raised terrace of the tree farm. So, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we kind of just want to take some inspiration from this part of the build and just bring it up here. Maybe not go, or should we go as crazy? Because I think it kind of does look good, actually. I like how densely populated it is with different textures and just natural scenery, and, you know, the inclusion of podzol, gravel, coarse dirt, the leaf blocks that allow light to shine through. I think altogether it culminates into something quite good looking. So maybe we will just translate it from the bottom to the top and keep things kind of similar. But of course, once all that's complete, we have got the mammoth tasks on our hands of actually arching this roof and capping it off with a design, which could be, for better or for worse, one of the most difficult jobs that we've done so far in this world. But you know, after all, this is, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, kind of like a work of art, this world. So you've got to take the time and dedication to make things look good, because otherwise you're going to be coming back, case in point, Cactus Farm, to change up the design and aesthetics to please yourself rather than just getting it done first time round. So yeah, I'm still unsure about this, by the way. Anyway, you guys, let me get to work on the grass section here. Alright, you guys, welcome back to the video. So, as I mentioned earlier, the things we'd be working on in this segment were A, the walls, and B, the grass section on the raised terrace. So, why don't we take a look? So, it's fairly straightforward. I actually forgot to bone mill this, so ignore that for now. But it's fairly straightforward, as I said. It shares a lot in common with the lower terrace. Just I've thrown together a little bit here and there. Put some wheat down. Put some tall grass down. Some podzol, gravel, coarse dirt, as you can see around the place. So yeah, it shares a lot of similarities, and it just sort of carries on from the lower section up to the raised section. So yeah, no bells, no whistles, really. Just straightforward, similar design work. The only thing I didn't include were the grounded lamps that had the leaves above them, because if we dig down here, I don't know, here for example, okay, nope, not there. I can't remember where I dug down. It was somewhere around here anyway. The point was that I dug down into this room here, so we don't really have the space to include those on this level. So we're gonna have to think of another way to light it, which shouldn't be too difficult. Hopefully, we'll probably find a way. So that's the only thing that has changed from the lower to the upper terrace. Aside from that, it's very similar. So that's pretty much that. Of course, we still have a lot more work to do in this room. As you can see, the archway over here sort of needs to continue all the way down. We might even extend it out a little bit further, and then we need to also translate that to the other side of the build. But of course, that isn't coming today, because that's going to take a lot of time. And also, we had another guy in there who's stealing cactus blocks from our farm. So these guys must be able to spawn on hoppers. That is my guess, because otherwise I see no way they could be in there, to be honest. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any other way they could be in there apart from spawning on the hoppers. So we might have to think of a solution to that. Maybe we could put some lamps in the floor down here, just to avoid any spawns on these hoppers, because really we do not want mobs in there grabbing our cactus blocks, because, you know, we kind of want them for ourselves. So yeah, you guys, you're naughty. Right, anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it for this episode, I believe. So why don't we round things off here at our not newly refurbished, but our... Oh, I've actually just realised there's a block missing here as well. So actually, before we wrap things up, let's fix that. What should we fill that in with? I guess we could throw some coarse dirt in there, couldn't we? Let's go grab some coarse dirt then, fill that hole in, and then we will wrap up the episode. So you get an extra minute or so of footage here. It's probably going to be boring footage, if I'm completely honest with you. But why not? Hey, why not? So there's our piece of coarse dirt. Let's take it up to the tree farm so that we can fill in the block and then cap this episode off. So up we go. And then over to here. There we go. So let me just double check I didn't do that over here as well. Okay, yeah, I did fill the gap in over there. Alright, you guys, so as I said, let's cap this video off for today. I really do hope that you enjoyed what we managed to get done in today's episode. I did. Apart from the unfortunate situation surrounding the cactus farm, I will need to make changes to that because I really don't like it. Also, we of course got this done over here at the tree farm, and I really like how it's turned out so far, the tree farm. It looks pretty cool in my opinion, so yeah, I'm happy. So if you did enjoy the video, you guys, be sure to drop a like. It helps me out, helps the channel out, just allows me to gauge what sort of reaction I'm getting from the video. If you have any questions, suggestions, or any comments in general, make sure to drop them down in the comment section below. You can say whatever you want and I'll be sure to get back to you. That can be questions about the game, about my personal life, as long as it's not too personal, of course, but I'm happy to pretty much answer most things, so why not go ahead and drop a comment down below if you've been thinking about it. And finally, be sure to subscribe if you're new here, because this series is going to only get better, so you need to stick around and watch it, okay? That's a command. Subscribe right now. Alright, you guys, once again, thank you very much for watching and being with me today and taking the time to check out this video. Please be sure to take care of yourselves, first and foremost, and your family. And until next time, I've been Hocus Pocus. I'll see you soon.